Hi, cuties. Okay, so I might be in a little bit over my head for this one, but I'm in like the mood to do some painting. Like, I haven't painted anything in so long because I've just been doing nails, and I was like, bro, why can't we make nails mini paintings? And I was like, what if I tried to make them like the Mona Lisa? Like, I could literally paint the Mona Lisa on a nail. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint the Mona Lisa on a nail. Not only that, but we're gonna do a whole hand of classical masterpieces. We're gonna do it right now. Am I scared? Yes. I'm scared. I'm scared. But I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward. So let's do it. All right, before we get into the nail art, Rosalind actually sent me this really large set of gel polishes. I think there's like 30 something colors in here. I think 30. And I'm definitely going to be using these today to do the nail art. I do really appreciate and I'm super thankful when companies support me by sending me nail products to try for you guys, because YouTube doesn't pay me or anything yet, so it's just really nice to have that kind of support. And also I'm sure that they love when I use them in my videos and you guys all see it, but of course you know that I always will give my honest opinion. Okay, so let's swatch all of these. It's gonna be a lot of colors to swatch, so here's the timestamp if you would like to skip the swatching, and also I'm gonna have chapters down below, so if you would prefer not to watch the swatching, then you can skip it. But I know that some of you do enjoy watching the swatching, and I honestly think it's super satisfying, so let's do it.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from the dealer. So take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. You're leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright.
Okay, so here's all the colors in the set that we have to use today. I think that this is like a perfect kind of like selection to be able to create some really cool artwork. You basically have every basic color that we're gonna need, except there's not really like a good yellow. There's just like this one. There's a lot of blues, but I think that this should be fine. So now that we've seen all the gels that we have to use, let's get into our first artwork. Okay, so the first painting that I want to try to recreate is Starry Night. I just feel like it's such a classic. Like, Starry Night is just like the first painting that I thought of when I thought of this idea. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm going to be using these like extra long square full cover tips that I got from Temu. I'm going to be making these as press-ons because one, I feel like doing all of the application and the painting would just be a lot right now, and I would be so sad when I have to clip them off. And two, I really love the set that I have on right now, and I'm not ready to say bye to it yet. So these are going to be made as press-ons, and I've got my little press-on stands here. And I am going to be making like a full set, like just one hand. So I'm gonna size these out real quick. Okay, so here they are. I've got them all sized out. And honestly, I think that this length is just a little too long. So I'm going to clip them all down using my little magnets. There we go. I think this is a much more reasonable length to work with and to paint on. So I think to start, I'm going to paint Starry Night on the pointer finger. So let's just stick her on. There we go. And before we can do any nail art, I'm going to prep this just a little bit. So first I'll just buff the whole surface of the nail, and then I'm just going to apply a quick base coat. And now we can start the nail art. So I'm going to be using mostly just these Beetles liner brushes that I have. This is just mostly what I tend to gravitate to whenever I'm doing any sort of like nail art that's like, you know, requires a liner brush. And let me bring you guys in a little bit closer, huh? There we go. Up nice and close. It's kind of funny that I picked a painting that has quite a bit of yellow in it when I said that this set of gel polishes that I'm using doesn't have plenty of yellow in it. So I think right off the bat, I'm going to start with like the moon. And since I want it to be really bright around there, I'm going to start by like kind of mapping it out with the white. I think I'm going to need my glasses for this. Okay, so I'm just going to start by kind of like blocking out all the spaces where I want to put the moon and then maybe a few of those little stars. Kind of just trying to get a good idea of what the composition of this nail is going to look like. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add in the pale yellow like auras of like the stars, and it's kind of the only yellow that we got in this kit, so yeah. I really hope this background isn't too distracting. I do really love it, it's so cute, and I'm kind of too lazy to change it, but let me know if you guys find it too distracting. I'll definitely change it for the next video.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight.
Okay, so that pale yellow was kind of enough to make it seem like somewhat yellow, but we're definitely gonna have to mix a darker yellow to get the effect that I want. So I'm going to use the orange, and we are going to mix it with the yellow.
Look at the night sky through a crack in the window.
It seems kind of just like a pale orange, but I think that should be fine.
You never know what you might find. A soft landing will be convincing, but I'll miss the company in Queens. Fall asleep in some stranger's arms.
Okay, so there we go. I think it's definitely coming together. Like, I know that these nails, like with these paintings, are just going to take a very long time with a lot of steps. Because the thing is, like, these paintings were obviously painted with like oil paints, and I'm using gel polish, which are very different consistencies, have very different properties. So yeah, you can't just like kind of layer them on top of each other like you would with normal like oil paint, but we're gonna make it happen because I decided I wanted to make paintings on nails, and that's what I'm doing. So let's do it. All right, so next I'm literally just gonna go in and paint like the moon over here as best as I can. Definitely gonna need a longer brush for this.
Or kiss your lover goodnight. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find.
I feel like after I added the little crescent moon, it's like kind of coming together more, and you can kind of see that it's Starry Night, which is like super exciting. But I think before I add any more details to like the crescent moon and stuff, I'm actually gonna go in and do like some of the blue night in the background. And there's like a lot of different shades of blue in this background. So I'm just gonna kind of like speed through me doing all of the different shades. I'm gonna speed past like all the different curing. I don't have to check in with you every single minute.
Fall asleep with some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from a dealer. So take me.
Okay, so here's what I have so far. I think that this is definitely coming together so well. Definitely Starry Night. There's just like a lot of little layers, and really I feel like it's hard to go wrong because like Van Gogh's style is just very like, I don't know how to explain it. It's very like you can just take the brush and just make marks and it looks good, but I'm definitely not done. I just need to put like a few more little details, and I definitely need it to be really close to my face when I do that. So I'm just gonna finish this off real quick with like the small details, and I will show you guys the finished product in a second. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I played around with it for a bit and I think I'm happy with this. You know, the goal isn't to make it look exactly like the painting, but just, you know, like it's obviously taking a large painting and putting it on a nail. I think that this is pretty good. Like definitely you're gonna look at this and you're gonna know it's Starry Night. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. I think there's definitely a point where you can work it too much. So I'm going to use a matte top coat because these are definitely going to look better matte, I think. And an hour and a half after the start of this nail, we will be done.
I'll take my medicine, but in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside.
Okay, so here it is matte. I think it looks so good. Okay, so obviously, my hands have changed a little bit because it's been a full day, and let me explain. So I keep procrastinating doing this nail because the next painting that I have in mind is the Mona Lisa. I want to recreate the Mona Lisa on a nail, and I'm really scared because I kind of feel like I am not good enough to do that. But you know what? No one gets anywhere thinking that way. No one. It can't be thinking that way. So I was like, you know what? Woman up. It's the next day. It's the next morning. And we're painting the Mona Lisa on a nail. And we're doing it now. We're going to do the Mona Lisa on the middle finger. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but I'm just using these little glue dots. I'll link them down in the description. They're so easy to use. Like, look at this. You just stick it in there. And then, and then just boop, boom. Glue dot. There we go. Just give it a little buff. And let's go in with the base coat. Okay, so when I look at the Mona Lisa, I feel like everything kind of has like a yellowish undertone. So I'm actually gonna just start off by taking this pale yellow and just like doing a whole coat of just like a light pale yellow. I'm trying to work in small steps because otherwise, if you just look at the Mona Lisa and say, okay, let's paint the Mona Lisa, like bruh, I'm sorry, but no. Baby steps. Okay, and I think the color for her skin tone for the face, I'm going to use C116. This color is like a lot darker, but I'm kind of counting on it not going on as opaque as I want, and then having some of like the yellow show through a little bit. And of course, I'm just trying to block out colors right now basically, so I can always go back in and like touch it up later. Let's bring y'all in a little closer. Much better.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find.
Okay, so now I'm gonna block out her neck and her chest.
With all your good intentions, could this be the way you said?
Okay, and then with these gels, you really have to work from light to dark because there's no way that you're like putting a lighter color back over a darker color, because just like pretend that they're watercolor, because like they're gel, so they're very thin. So we're working from light to dark. So with that being said, I'm going to map out where her hands are gonna be before I do her clothes. Also, one thing that my art teacher in high school taught me that I always remember when doing things like this is you're not necessarily trying to draw hands. We're not trying to draw the Mona Lisa right now. We're trying to make it appear like the Mona Lisa is on the nail. Just pay attention to the bigger shapes and make it appear like that's what you've drawn. So the hands right now are just little rectangles basically, but we can totally go back in later with like a darker gel color and add some details if I need to. So now I'm gonna paint like her clothes, and I'm just gonna use this darker green color to do that.
It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from a dealer.
And then next, I'm gonna block in the hair. So I'm just going to use this reddish brown color. And I think that it should show up a little bit less red when I put it on the nail because my base is yellow.
Take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you...
Okay, this is going well, I think. I'm high-key scared to try adding details to the face and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and like do some of the background just so I can procrastinate doing the face even more. So yeah. Okay, I think this is going well. I'm really nervous to do the face though, like the details on the face. So I think I'm gonna procrastinate that even more and just do like a vague background. So there's lots of green in the background, lots of yellow, but I think I'm definitely gonna need black to mix into the green to get like a darker muddy green. I'm gonna add some more yellow, also a bit of red, a little bit of blue won't hurt on the palette. And I'm just going to like look at the Mona Lisa and kind of try to see like the different tones, you know, and then just kind of like add those tones to the background.
You're leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright.
I'm like so scared to frick this up right now. Ugh, I feel like every little step that I can do and it still looks okay. Like I'm like, oh, I made it. I did it. Okay, but now I'm literally going to wait to do the face until the very end because I'm scared. I don't want to do that. So we're going to literally add details and shading to like every other part of the painting right now. And then I'm going to come back and do the face after this.
your love a good night. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me.
Okay. It looks really good so far, I think. But the face is where it could all go downhill very quickly. The good news is that I can try as many times as I need to because I can just wipe it off every time until I get it right. Also, it's getting windy outside because there is a hurricane coming, apparently. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being a coward and I'm going to do the face. I'm gonna stop being a coward. Okay, let's do the face. I'm scared. Let's go.
I went to the doctor with help from the dealer. So take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. You're leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright. Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your love a good night. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. A soft landing will be convincing, but I'll miss the company in Queens.
You guys, what is wrong with me? I just painted the freaking Mona Lisa on a nail. Bro, I was not expecting it to come out this well. What the heck? I'm scared to top coat this. What if I top coat it and it like ruins it or something? By the way, painting the face and like all of the shading and details and stuff on the skin literally took me half an hour. But like it felt like 2 minutes. Like time did not exist while I was doing that. Like time was like whoop, gone. Like I don't want to do any more stuff to it and like ruin it. So I'm gonna matte top coat it. Like look at the mouth. I even got like the tiny little smile. Like what the heck? I'm impressed with myself. I'm happy that I did this. Here it goes. So satisfying.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your love a good night.
Let's just take a moment. Just take a moment. Like, I can't even believe that I did this. Like, bro, I just painted Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece on a nail. Like, if I painted this on my nail, like, I'd be walking around with a freaking Mona Lisa on my nail right now. That's insane, bro. Oh my goodness. Imagine if I did this on my actual nails and I had to clip them off. That would be so depressing. I'm, like, so excited about how this turned out right now. Like, bro. Well, I was terrified to do this nail, and look at how good it came out. At least I think it's good. I'm really proud of it. Honestly, that just goes to show you, like, you gotta push yourself in order to do great things. Because if I wasn't filming this video, I never would have done this because I thought it was gonna be way too hard, and I haven't painted anything in a really long time, and I thought that I lost all of my skills. But no, I did it, and I love it. It looks so good. What the heck? Okay, but I'm not done because that's only 2 nails done. We still have 3 more masterpieces to do. I have no idea how long this video is going to end up being. To me, it feels like it's going to be like an hour long, but I'm gonna try to shut up and just paint. So I'm way too excited to just get straight into the next one though. I'm gonna go calm down by making myself another coffee because that's really smart. That's really smart. And then we'll be back to do the third nail. Okay, I made myself a caramel macchiato the way I used to make them as a Starbucks barista, and I'm ready for the next painting. So the next masterpiece that I'm going to be recreating is the Great Wave off Kanagawa. I definitely probably pronounced that wrong, but I love this painting. It's so pretty. And I think it's a Japanese painting. Yeah, it's Japanese, and I love Japanese culture. So we are going to recreate this painting to the best of my ability. Let's do it. Also, I have an ocular migraine right now. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but basically I have like this big kind of fuzzy blob in my vision at the moment, probably because of the amount of caffeine and the amount of excitement and the amount of focus that I'm doing right now. A lot of different reasons, but if this one doesn't go as well as I want it to, I'm blaming it on my migraine. But we're gonna push through anyway. Okay, so like the Mona Lisa where I created like a base color in the background, I'm gonna do that for this painting as well. And I'm just gonna mix a bit of white with a bit of yellow to create kind of like an off-white color. I don't want it to be too opaque, so this will be perfect. And I'm just gonna cover the whole nail with a thin layer of this. And then I'm just gonna map out the shape of the wave on the nail with white.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done.
Okay, so I think that this one's just gonna take a lot of layers before you can actually tell what it is. So next, I'm gonna go in with like a blue color. I think I'm gonna have to create my own dark blue because this one's very jelly. So I'm just gonna mix some black in with it, as one does when they are trying to make a color darker. And now I'm gonna go in with the blue.
I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from the dealer. So take me, I'll take my medicine.
And I'm definitely gonna have to go over the white like multiple times during this.
But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find.
So this nail is definitely not wide enough to hold the entire wave at the size that I drew it, but that's fine. I'm just gonna do my best with what I've got. I think it's looking somewhat like a wave, kinda. But before I do any more details on the wave, I'm actually just going to try to fill in the background a little bit darker. I'm trying to make it look like old kind of like tea-stained paper or something. So I'm gonna add a little bit of brown.
You're leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna add all the little details and we should be done.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from a dealer.
All right, so let's matte top coat this baby. This is absolutely the most satisfying part.
So take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken.
Okay, so here's the wave. Honestly, if you just look at it like this, it's not that great because I was only able to fit like a tiny portion of it on here. Actually, I'm gonna crop the original painting to like the amount that I was able to actually fit on the nail and like compare it to that, because I feel like comparing it to like the entire wave painting isn't really fair. So smooth. I love it. Yeah, but anyway, there's the wave. So here's the 3 like little masterpiece nails that we have so far. And technically I still have 2 left to do. So I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I feel like it's going to be so long, but you know what? I set out to do a whole hand of masterpiece nails. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, I might be crazy for wanting to do another portrait, but this painting is just like too iconic to not do. So I'm going to attempt to paint the girl with a pearl earring for the next masterpiece. Painting, nail, what have you. I was thinking about which paintings I was gonna do, and I was like, I want to do this painting, but I don't know if I want to spend another 2 hours doing another portrait. The Mona Lisa was kind of nerve-wracking. Then I figured, you know what? Like, there's a hurricane coming. Apparently, I don't gotta be anywhere. I'm not in a rush. Go big or go home. So let's do this. So the background of this piece is black, and like I was saying, you have to work from light to dark with this, so there's no way I'm going in with black. So I'm just gonna go in with white and try to create like a... Oh, I almost forgot the base coat. Bruh, that's an important step. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in with a pale yellow like base background coat, just like I did for the Mona Lisa one. The background of this painting is black, but as I said, you have to paint from light to dark. So I'm going in with a yellow because I kind of feel like the things in this painting have a little bit of a yellow undertone. And then to block out the face, I'm going to use C316, which is a little bit of a lighter, more pink shade than I used for the Mona Lisa. The woman in this portrait has a little bit of a fair skin tone.
Fall asleep with some stranger's arms.
And then to do her little like hair wrap headband thing, I'm gonna use this blue. It is like, again, more of a jelly blue, but it's like the only blue that I have that's this dark. I could mix one of my other ones with some black, but I'm just gonna use this one to kind of outline the headband, and then I can go back in and touch it up later.
Oh, kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions.
And then, you know, like the rest of the scarf that kind of like hangs down from her head and looks like hair. I always thought it was hair when I was younger, but it's definitely like a scarf. So I'm gonna block that out now.
Could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear.
Okay, so now I'm gonna block out her clothes. Okay, so now that we've got her all blocked out, we can go ahead and fill in the background with that black. I think it'll make her pop out a lot more.
So take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find.
And we're gonna do one more coat of that.
You're leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright.
And then similarly to what I did with the Mona Lisa nail, I'm gonna go in and add all the shading to everything and then do the face last.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from a dealer. So take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky.
Okay, I'm going to start doing the face now. Sorry I'm not talking very much when I'm actually painting. It's because I'm like super focused and I know if I start talking, I'm just gonna keep blabbering and then this video is going to be so long. Yeah, we still got one more nail to do after this. So let's get her face on. Face on, that sounds weird. That sounds really sus. Again, I'm a little scared, but since I've already done it once, I think I'll be fine.
In the window, you never know what you might find. Leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright. Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. A soft landing will be convincing, but I'll miss the company in Queens. Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. You're leaving me empty, broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright.
Okay, so we just need one last detail, and that is the little pearl earring. And honestly, in the picture, you can't even really tell that's a pearl. There's just like a little white reflect. Boom. I think that's good. I'm gonna cure it. Okay, and let's do a nice matte top coat to finish her off. How cute. Okay, so there is our little girl with the pearl earring. And here's the 4 that we have so far. Wow, I'm so glad I chose to do this. I think it came out even better than the Mona Lisa. But, you know, they're just 2 different paintings, you know what I'm saying? So I am going to give you guys a close-up of each of these at the very end. So let's just move on to our last and final nail, shall we? Okay, so for the final painting, I wanted to pick something somewhat more simple that I could just kind of like cool down with, you know, not something crazy. I've been paying a lot of attention to small details. So I picked an Impressionist painting by Claude Monet. The one I picked is Sunrise. So let's do Sunrise on the pinky. Doing these nails, I was thinking, remember how like the first like kind of intricate nail art I attempted to do was like some Spirited Away fan art on my nails? And it really didn't go the way that I wanted it to. And I got super discouraged kind of, but then I changed the video around to make it like talking about how not to get discouraged and to keep trying because just practice makes proficient, you know what I'm saying? And doing these nails, I was just like, whoa, like I went from not being able to do cartoon fan art on my nails to doing like the flippin' Mona Lisa. Practice really does make proficient, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna start by putting like a nice pale blue base on the whole nail. And also guys, like this video just goes to show you like you don't need super fancy nail supplies. These Rosalind gels, like Rosalind is just like an affordable nail art brand that sells on Amazon, and like this huge set of like all the colors you would ever need is like totally affordable. So like don't be discouraged because you think you like don't have good enough supplies to create good artwork. Never. And like these tips, the stands, everything from Temu. I'm telling you guys, you don't need a lot of money to create good art. So let's just put down all of the colors on the palette that I think I'm gonna need. There's just like a lot of oranges and blues and like greens. And then I'm just going to kind of speed through painting the rest of this nail. Hopefully it shouldn't be anything too crazy.
Fall asleep in some stranger's arms, or kiss your lover goodnight. Look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. With all your good intentions, could this be the way you survive? It's easier said than done, my dear. I'm always on the run. You showed me the city, but you never called it home. So take me, so take me. I went to the doctor with help from a dealer. So take me, I'll take my medicine. But in the eyes of a stranger, there's nothing broken inside. Therefore you're leaving me with empty space. So look at the night sky through a crack in the window. You never know what you might find. You're leaving me empty.
And there is our final painting complete. Well, almost complete. We gotta top coat it.
Broken and hollow, pretending it feels alright.
Okay, so there's that one done. Oh, I'm actually so happy with it. So cute. Wow. So here they all are. I'm actually so impressed with myself. I honestly didn't think that I was going to be able to do them this well. Well, like from my past painting experience, like I know I can paint. Like 1.5 years of my college education was like visual arts, so I know I can paint, but I haven't painted in a long time, so I'm like really surprised that they came out this good actually. And I was kind of scared to do this, but I'm so happy that I ended up doing this. But I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of each of these little nails, and we're gonna do like a little side-by-side moment with the original piece and then my recreation as a nail. And I don't think I'm actually going to put these on today. I think these are just going to be little artworks. Plus I don't really want to remove my little stubbies because I'm doing a crochet project and my nails kept getting in the way. So let's do the side by sides now. I'm so glad that I ended up doing this. If I learned one thing from doing this, it's one, that you should never be afraid to challenge yourself because great things happen when you challenge yourself. And second of all, my ability to do nail art on a nail has definitely improved since I started. And now that I know I have this ability to do like more intricate, detailed nail art, I think that I definitely need to push myself to do it more often in my sets because usually I don't. But anyway guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of these little nail masterpieces. If you could hit that like button down there, it would help me out a lot and I would really appreciate it. And only like a small fraction of you guys who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you could subscribe, it would also really help me and I'd love you so much. Well, I already love you, but I would love you even more. Anyway, I hope you are enjoying your life, cutie. Have an amazing day and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.